So a very special show tonight. I'm welcoming in a very, very special guest. Going to say a quick hello to him now, and that's none other than the one and only Mr. Ziggy Funk. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Very, very nice to have you here. It's been a while since you've...
I know, I was waiting to have one of your special cup of teas.
Oh yeah, well I don't know, you don't get them anymore.
I know, well it's too hot anyway.
I haven't got the tea maker, because remember before, I used to have Dan and he was the great tea maker.
Oh yeah, Dan was the man.
Yeah, he was.
Dan is the man.
Yeah, I'm sad that he had to go, because I haven't quite found... I mean, I make the best tea obviously, but you know, I'm on the radio, so I can't.
Yeah, you can't do two things.
I'll try and look after you, man.
Oh, you try.
Yeah, we'll see what tea bags they've got. I don't think they're going to have the Barry's tea though. So, so yeah, you're going to be in here tonight. Obviously, you've got an album out as well that we're going to talk about, and lots of other stuff as well. But yeah, I'm going to kick off. Well, not kick off. I'm going to play this now at the early start of the show. And we've got Roach in here as well from Sunshine Music for Sunshine People. Big him up, man, Mr. ROACHRIDER. He's got about 30 cameras pointing at us right about now. I'm feeling like famous, or I'm in a reality TV show. But yeah, so yeah, big up to Roach, man, full family. And also my nephew Giovanni, Gio, he's here helping out, running around getting bits and pieces, wires and headphone adapters, what we need. So yeah, and I'm going to kick this off because this is a poignant track for me. It's called Friends.
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm surrounded by my friends at the moment, so I feel like, you see what I'm trying to do?
Give it a go, especially
so,
the sunshine weather.
That's it. And tell us a little bit about this. This is something you've done with a famous singer, right?
Yes, this is done with Kelly LaRock. We've recently done something else with in the past month.
Okay.
And yeah, this came out on Room Control Records.
Okay.
This was like... Yeah, this is a good turning point for us, for myself and Neil Pearce, who we create Remy.
Yeah.
And yeah, this
is pre-Remy. This is like Neil.
Yeah, this is when this is when we actually decided to come together and actually create Remy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wait. Right, sounds of My Soul Radio. Me-Sai Says, joined it by the infamous Ziggy Funk. So yeah, once again, Ziggs, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
And obviously we're going to talk to you. We've got so much. I mean, you're already now, in the short time you've been doing it, you're again an artist that I couldn't cram all of your music into 2 hours, basically. That's how much you've come on in leaps and bounds. But, you know, we're going to kind of move in backward motion or whatever. So we're going to go from the present backwards with you tonight. So it's like, you know, you're here now, you've kind of got to that point where you've just done your solo album, right? Yeah,
done the solo album, which is out now on BBE Records, so you can grab that, Boxer'S Fracture, and still rocking and rolling with my man Neil Pearce for Remy, which obviously we have our label where you can grab our music and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's been really exciting just to get this album off the ground and just out of the way with, because I'm just always constantly just in motion and just trying to keep things going and moving forward. So yeah, it's been good. It's been grand, and you know the effort with all the music that's come through the past over the years is just through trying to make good vibes and good energy for people to listen to.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I mean, how are you feeling now that the album's like done, signed, sealed, out there to the world? Is it?
Yeah.
Like...
Do you know what? I was just happy that, you know, you just set yourself a goal and you hit it, and then you set yourself another goal and you hit it, and then you see it out in the world and it kind of grows its own little beastie head, and you're just like, oh my God, you know, for want of a better phrase. But I keep getting messages from people from all over saying, you know, what a great album, and you know, you've done a good job and it sounds organic, and which is what I wanted to come across. And I mean, I'm pretty much working on another one, to be fair, so onwards and upwards.
Wow, no, definitely. So tell us, you know, you touched then, you know, people saying it's a little bit organic, and you know, without ruining it for everyone of how I feel about it, how, you know, just break down like the album itself. Like, what do you feel like you got your point across with the album? Yeah,
definitely. I think, you know, as artists and creatives, you're always moving in some shape or form, but I feel like it's a good representation of the year and the musical flavours that I was into, or am into. Do you know what I mean? So with the album, it's not house music. It's just about getting down with a vibe and a feeling, and just being able to press play and just zone out and just listen to it from start to finish and feel like, yeah, that was a good piece of musicality going on inside there.
Yeah, sure. So tell us a little bit, you know, about the album itself. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just literally just me kind of having fun and just playing around. I was just there, you know, with my little self that I have, and there with my guitar, my microphone, my bass guitar, my little machine, and making strange noises and funny sounds, and just trying to see if I can get something out of it. And you know, there was moments in the records where I felt like I had something to say with it, obviously in short pieces where it doesn't sound like it's quite political or saying that it's overtly an out there statement piece, but I felt like I got my point across. But you know, in the next album I think I have more to say in a sense of lyrical wise, but with this I think definitely people can understand that, you know, this is a product that came out of love.
Definitely, you can feel it. I don't know if it's because obviously, you know, you're here tonight, you're my special guest, you know, you're an artist that in your own right, as Ziggy Funk, you know, you've released under your, you know, your real name that we're going to talk about a little bit later. You've done your Remy stuff, but you know, I don't know if it's because you're like family to me. When I sit down and listen to it, I can feel you in that. But I know that the other people will feel you as well. And there's obviously one track in question that is, I don't know to you if it's the political one you were referring to, but it's one that's, you know, there's a certain statement to it. We won't ruin it for them, but
no. It's something surprise them.
You're surprised, but I hear not just I don't hear the statement, and there's also a lot of fun. I feel like you have fun when you listen to your music. It's very joyful, very
definitely. I think
a bit like you.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. I think you have to have fun in life, otherwise, you know, it's just boring. And I think that's where my love of like dance music in general comes from, because it's a feeling where, you know, you feel good for listening to dance music.
No, definitely.
That's what you want to do.
Definitely. So you just tell us the name of the album again.
Boxer'S Fracture is the name of the album. I mean, people keep asking, well, where did that name come from? It actually came from a situation where I thought I wasn't going to be able to kind of play my instruments, because I just made a silly mistake, and you know, I actually had a Boxer'S Fracture in my hand. So for about a month and a half, you know, I couldn't play an instrument, and that broke me. Like, I was just like, oh my god, man, I can't play no instruments, dude. And I just realized in that moment how much this thing really means to me. I couldn't switch off. It's hard for me to switch off at the best of times. That's my girlfriend from music. Just keep singing all the bloody time. But to have like a month where I couldn't even play or express on the keyboard or on the guitar, you know, I felt a bit broken, to be fair. But you know, it wasn't like down and out. It's not like a tragic love story or anything like that. But it did affect me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it would be tragic if you could never play an instrument again,
to be fair, you know, I still listen to it and whatnot. But yeah, it did really hurt me that, you know, I couldn't play for that amount of time.
I feel like your instruments as well, because you're obviously a multi instrumentalist, if that's even a word. It probably help me out.
A multi-instrumentalist.
There you go. So then basically as well, you know, if you couldn't play an instrument again, it's almost like losing your arm, right? Or
definitely. And you know, kind of almost my identity, even though, you know, it's not the full length of who I am, but it's a big part of who I am. Do you know what I mean? So so that's why I decided to call it Boxer'S Fracture, because, you know, and I think that's why there's just quite a lot of me just playing, because I was like, wow, I can play again, let's go.
And then you're off. But obviously we got some vocal tracks on there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Of yourself featuring on vocals, because not only do you play all these instruments, you're a singer as well. Not only you're a singer, you're a writer. There's a track that we're going to hear in a minute. This doesn't feature on the album, but this is obviously you writing as well. So but I feel like for anyone, especially where we come from, to come out with an album on a label like BBE as well, it's some achievement, man. And it's I think it's like, for you, because you're still very young, it's almost like a coming of age. But it's also just another rung in the ladder, because even though in a short space of time, this track I'm going to play in a minute signifies the start for me and you, and almost for you a little bit, right? This record that we're going to hear now. So it's like a
fateful moment where you messaged me on Facebook saying, "Oh, I love your music.
I'm your biggest fan." That's it. And then you came and you did a radio show, which was really early days. When was this released?
We're in 2017 now, so probably about 2013, 14.
Really? Is that all? No way.
No, I think it's probably even a bit more. Yeah.
Come on, Ziggs, know your music, know your music. Come on. The release date?
The release date, I couldn't even tell you the release date.
Wow. You're like one of those, you know, do you ever watch the Dragon's Den?
Yeah,
when they come in and they ask them about the numbers, they say, what's your numbers? And then you don't tell them. You don't know, come on, Ziggy, you must know.
I'm the partner who does the creative stuff, the marketing.
That's it, yeah.
I don't do the numbers.
Right, so this is what we're saying, 4 years.
It's probably a bit longer than that.
Yeah,
yeah, it's probably about
5.
6 years. Probably about 5, 6.
Yeah, 5, 6 years. I reckon more 2012, 2011.
Yeah.
But even that's like 5 years. That's nothing really. And
Yeah.
you know, you've come a long way and you've done a lot of stuff in that short space of time.
Yeah.
And not gained. You gained a lot of reputation and a lot of credibility in that short space of time. So I just want to start here with this.
Yeah, for sure.
This is.
I mean, this is featuring Natalie Taliwa.
Yeah.
And she's an amazing vocalist. So you know, we had a great time working on this record and working on more projects as well. So you know, this hands down, working with her was definitely a pivotal moment. Definitely,
and this was picked up by Foliage Records originally, which were, you know, back then they were doing their thing, releasing quite a lot of stuff, and I think I'd had an Aphrodisiacs track out on there, and I used to speak to Pete Henry, who ran the label, and he was the guy, the German guy, who told me first about you, because I'd always be like, yo, what's the next thing out, man? Give me some promos, give me some hot stuff for the show. And he'd be like, oh yes, I have this this guy from West London, his name is Ziggy Funk. I'm like, huh? Ziggy Funk? Who the hell's that from West London? And I've never heard. He goes, oh, this young guy, you must look for him, Si. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And obviously I heard the track and this isn't the actual, this is the Yas mix, right?
This is the Yas remix, so, you know.
Big up Mr. Calvin Francis, I can see him through the, massive respect, man, he's giving us the thumbs up. He's in through the studio that we got in now, the B studio.
Yeah.
Legend in the radio game, Calvin Francis, man. So you know you're in serious surroundings when you can see him.
Yeah,
we got Ziggy Funk to the left, we got Roach Rider from Sunshine Music for Sunshine People, and also my nephew Giovanni in the corner there, who's often up here with me. Doing a bit of filming before, we were doing some filming, we're doing some filming tonight. We're going to speak to Roach in a bit, but we're going to get into some of the album now, man, okay? So this track, yeah, so, right, let's not talk about this track, we'll talk about this after. What I want to talk about, this is like, is this Broken Beat? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely got the Broken Beat vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a Broken Beat.
It's a Broken Beat record, yeah.
Alright, so it's like, for, you know, some of the listeners, most of them will know what the Broken Beat scene is and what it was, especially, you know, back in the day, that kind of West London sound. You know, the guys like Bugs in the Attic,
definitely.
Guys like Rest of Soul, Phil Asher, Mark de Clive Lowe, and you were kind of almost like 2 generations beneath these guys. And, you know, it was funny because when I first met you, again after that last record that we heard, the Everyday track, when I first met you, you came on my show, you done the Everyday track. And I was like, wow, this guy, and you amazed me because you were like, no, I'm listening to, you know, I'm into Mood to Swing, I'm into Masters at Work to Kerry, and I'd never met a 22, 23 year old at that time, and I was like, wow, why are you into this? And but you knew all the West London guys, and I was like, look, man, I kind of took you under my wing a little bit. It was like, look, you need to meet Phil, you need to meet Neil, you need to meet this, like, boom, 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 and you lived like a stone's throw from Phil.
I didn't even know. He literally just lived down the road from me, and all those years, because I lived in Kensal Green for a long time, and I didn't know that he was living down the way.
Which is, man, that's Rest of Soul country, man.
Norman J was down the road from me as well.
That's right. So you were just like in the hub of it. I remember we literally walked from like your mum's around the corner to
literally
to where Phil's was, man.
Yeah, and we started making some tunes, and in my mind I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm in Phil's place making some tunes.
That's it. But I feel like that scene, the Broken Beat scene, which is you know, with IG Cultures and people like that, Full Heroes, it's kind of like always known to be like that kind of like West London sound, but it's kind of died off a lot. I mean, you got the new lot like the Henry Woos, K15s that are bringing it back, but definitely. I feel like you've really come back with a bang. Is it something that did you want to do that? Obviously, was it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always in me. I mean, I want to definitely put myself out there as a Broken Beat artist, but it's definitely that swing and that vibe is definitely in me. So I wanted to portray that in some way, shape or form. Do you know what I mean? And it's good because the new wave and form of kind of the Broken Beat scene is coming back in its own natural flavour. Do you know what I mean? Some things just need to kind of die down for a while to then pick up momentum in a new, different way. And like you say, the guys like Henry Wu, and all the guys at 2000 Black as well.
Man.
They're doing their thing, but it's coming at a different angle. And you know, I didn't want to just make old Broken Beat style music with the kind of vocals that goes you know, because that's cool, but
the scatty jazzy vibe.
It's had its time now. It can probably come back in maybe 5 years time, but you know, until then, let's figure out something new that we can bring to the table here. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think it's always important just to try breathe new life into the music that you're trying to do.
Definitely. Yeah. And I mean, the title track we're going to hear in a minute of the album, that's like, you know, that's a broken beat track as well, but you can just hear that. Yeah. That you know, when I listen to it, it actually takes me back to like the odd time that I'd visited Co-op years ago, which was run by Bugs, and when it all come together, it was that kind of sound where all the dancers would come into the middle of the floor and it's like, rah.
Yeah, and shake.
Yeah, like, what's going on here, man? There'd be like Motet on the mic and things like that. So yeah, yeah, all the sirens going on. It's that vibe, man, and you definitely, and I feel like, again, you know, originally you're from Africa. We're going to talk about your background in a bit, but you know, you're West London as well. Yeah. And you know, you're a product of your environment at the end of the day, right?
Definitely.
So yeah. Right, we'll get into this one now. We're going to talk a little bit about this record after. This Ziggy Funk in the house, alongside myself. So I said Ziggy's the special guest this week. We've got a brand new album, Boxer'S Fracture, which is out on BBE Music. And you want to announce the track, Ziggy? Let them know what this one is called.
Yeah, so this one is Stop Scrolling and Connect, off the new album, Boxer'S Fracture.
Featuring yourself on the vocals. Yeah, nice, love it, man. Alright, so there we had it, man. Flipping, that is just it's more than music, that is, man. You know, I'm trying to be as much as off the cuff as I am with you tonight, Ziggs. It's like, I don't want you to feel like I'm treating you, well, I am treating you differently to a lot of other people I interview, because normally I'm very formulated. I've got questions that I want to ask, but you know me, like, I've got to touch you, Ziggy, man. Give me respect there, man. Because I'm so proud of you. This is like not me just interviewing a big artist, what you are, and an established DJ. Now it's me interviewing like someone I look at as family. And
thanks, man. You know I do the same.
You know, I'm a lot older than you as well, so you always been my little brother. But in a way that is that for me, it's not. I'm not just proud that you've done an album. I'm proud of everything that you have done. But to come out and do that track, you showed a lot of. I don't want to say the B word, but cojones, muchas cojones, grande cojones. Yeah. But it was like, tell me, like, obviously the track's called Stop Scrolling and Connect. Yeah. And it's something, again, it's a topic that I'm just so, I don't even go onto it too deep on air about it. But it's something I'm seeing affecting, you know, adults is one thing, man. They're just like, whatever. If adults want to carry on a certain way, it is what it is. But when I'm seeing it's affecting the children and the way we're communicating on a different level as a society.
I think that's it. You hit the nail on the head. It's communication. And I think the way that it's kind of getting at the moment is that, you know, the lack of from people is just they're just literally just looking at their phone and not having the time and decency to actually talk to someone. You know, I mean, I even have it with some people. You go to see your family members, but then they're sitting down on the sofa just
glued to their phone,
and you know, I just came all the way to come and see her. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't come to see the back of your phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know, I feel like as I'm getting older, you know, I just want to be able to, you know, when I'm in the social environments, actually talk to people. Do you know what I mean? And not have it to be having to look at your phone. Otherwise, you just might as well just stay at home with a cup of tea. You know what I mean? You know,
and your phone.
And your phone. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a gift and a curse, because it's the era that we live in. You know, the internet is very big in our lives, and you know, apps and all that kind of thing play an integral part. Sure. But it's about having the balance and understanding the balance that life has to be much more than what's on your screen. You have to look outside of it, because, you know, it's high def on your screen, but life is more high def on the outside.
Definitely. So what was that the thinking when you wrote that track?
Yeah. I had the hook in my head for a while, to be fair.
Where did you find that hook? Like, where was it? When did it come to you? On the bus, on the train, or something like that?
It was on the train. The toilet. Yeah. I was like, I've got something busy to do. Jesus, I'm on my phone. But yeah, I was on the train, and just you know, you just literally look at everyone. They're on their phone. You know? Sure. So, and just lack of communication just going on. Not to say that people need to talk to each other on a train or anything like that, but you know, for common decency of even just trying to move someone out of the way just to you can get out the door. You know, they don't even want to say, you know, excuse me. They just like move out the way.
Or just acknowledgement, anything like
that. Yeah, acknowledgement. You know what I mean? So it's that was the thing that I had in my head, and I felt like I really just wanted to put that down. You know, and I think even for myself, you know, because we all have to start with ourselves with this. You know, I found I had to really pay attention and take stock that, you know, even I was looking at my phone a bit too much. And I was just like, you know, that ain't right. You know, I should be able just to put it away and just put it away.
Yeah, no,
you know, and use it for the time. You know, so I try to, you know, put my phone away as soon as I get back in and get back home, put it down and not have to look at it unless it's really that urgent. Do you know what I mean? And
this, you know, obviously everything I speak of on my show, there's all my views or whatever, and not the views of the station, but it's radiation, people. You've got the phone up to your brain. You're not going to think that's going to do anything to you. You're constantly on your phone. It's like, I'm so funny with it now. I don't sleep with my phone anywhere near me anymore.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like I get to sleep and wake up a lot better without my phone near me.
There's definitely, I mean, there's studies showing that, you know, if you just put your phone away and not next to you when you go to sleep, you're going to have a much more better thinking because you're not constantly thinking that your phone's right next to you. Do you know what I mean? And even there's studies to show about, you know, I mean, not to say that it is, but, you know, even towards stuff like cancer and all that kind of stuff, you know. So
definitely, man.
I think people just
stop scrolling and connect.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think just making people just be wary.
Definitely,
just
man.
making sure and just taking stock of what's actually going on.
Well done, and respect to that, man, because I feel like there's not enough of that in our music, especially. It's like it's some amazing songs and masterpieces of music, and there has been some classic songs, but there's not enough of. At the end of the day, we're a conscious music, right? So, you know, and another project you've been involved in recently, which was the Remy
Shazar.
With the Shazar track, which is We've Had Enough. You know, that was again about, you know, if you listen to that song, it's conscious. It's telling people about, listen, wake up, look around you, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have to say big shout out to Alicia for that. Alicia Gordon of Hanley, who wrote that record. Yeah. And we got the lovely Shazar to sing on it.
And what another fierce artist.
Yeah,
and
fierce.
Stuff like that.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's initially Neil came up with the idea of that you wanted to talk about the whole situation because, you know, again, when that whole month where it seemed that, you know, a lot of people were dying out in America, and, you know, we just thought like, we just wanted to just put it out there. And, you know, it's good, you know, as much as that this is dance music and essentially in the essence of what it is, but you could still send another message out there. Sure, man. And still make it
big up Neil for that, because Neil, that's one of his he's really good at that, isn't he, for getting the topic going of, right, listen, let's do something about this. And again, this is a message, man. It's like, you know, we have the power to be able to, you know, pass on a message to people. So well done to you. Right, we're going to jump into the breaks again. We're going to come back with the title,
Boxer's Fracture.
Boxer's Fracture. Yeah. So Ziggy Funk in the house, big, bad, and heavy. That one, man. Ziggy Funk, Boxer's Fracture, and that's the title track, right? From
that is the title track from the album, yeah.
And that was the first one. That was the start of the album, man. That was like the seed of the album, and I feel like the album as well. It's like you know, a lot of people would know you more now. Not know you more, they know, people who've been following you know you was a solo artist and you always have been. Yeah. But obviously the Remy stuff and what you've done before, even as Ziggy. Yeah. And as Zadie Kagunda as well. Yeah, it's been kind of like predominantly housey, right?
Yeah, I mean, but even before getting known for all the more housey stuff, I was in a band and all that kind of thing, and just making music. To be fair, a lot of like R&B and hip hop and all that kind of vibe. Sometimes a bit more rockish and bluesy kind of vibes I was doing as well. So yeah, I was just a child of music and just trying to vibe and just trying to get things down.
Cool. So how many instruments do you play then?
I play the fiddle.
The tin whistle.
The tin whistle. No, I play the keys, bass and guitar is what I play. Yeah. Yeah. So it's the three there.
Okay. So because I feel like I've been listening to the album, and again going back to, I feel like people, when you're dropping an album, even me, I did expect it, thought that there'd be a little bit more housey stuff on there. Not that I was bothered. In fact, I preferred it. I could see that real other side of you that I know, and feel like maybe not a lot of other people will know. It's very kind of more eclectic. It's got the broken beat stuff, a bit more kind of funk, groovy, bass stuff.
I mean, it's definitely more a vibe of what I'm about, and I think for an album you have to portray that. Otherwise, you know, you're not doing a great job, to be fair. No, definitely. So, you know, this explores the more other side, you know, of what I do outside of what people know me for, outside of the Remy and all the house stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it groovy, make it funky. You know, there might be a few people that are a bit downhearted that there's not, you know, any house music on there, but you know, it's a portrayal of music, and the ones who know, you know, and hopefully the rest will get to know.
Yeah, that's it. So you, I like that. That's good. If you don't know, you better get to know. So then basically, on the next one, we're going to hear a lot of guitar. Guitar's one of, well, I don't know, you're a dope on the keys and you're great on a guitar as well. But
yeah,
the next one is a bit more of a demonstration of you on a guitar, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, with this album, I tried to explore a bit more and try to get back into my guitar because you know I felt like I wanted to just express that a bit more. And a lot of the album just feels like, you know, a band just having a good time, which just reminds me of when I was doing stuff with the band and just jamming out, and just being back in school as well, when all we did was just jam for about an hour and a half after school, and there would be no set rules, just like, right, just go for it, yo, let's change the G sharp, and you're like, okay, cool, let's go for it, you know what I mean? So there's aspects of that of the album as well which people can just groove to.
I feel like that you do hear that as well, like when you listen to the album, I feel like it does feel like it's a collection of musicians. It feels like a body of works from an artist, but it feels like, right, I've got a guitarist, I've got a keys, I've got a drum player. But it's not, it's just all you, isn't it?
Well, that's what people used to say back in the day, is like, you've just got a band in your head, haven't you? And I was like, yeah, man, it's got a
one-man band.
I got Winston on the bass, Leroy on the drums.
That's it, man. That's it. So, and also, you know, to go a bit more technical, which I think, for me, is something that you should have a lot of plaudits for. You're kind of like, you do everything yourself. Like, you know, you're programming your drums, you're producing it, you're playing all the music, you're writing lyrics if it need be, you can even perform the lyrics if you want. So you've got all that wrapped up, and then when it comes to the other end, the more technical end, you're a wizard when it comes to mixing down, and then now even mastering as well, because I take it you've done that.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't do. I just did the mixing because, I just wanted to get to a good place in my head where I know where it is. But I think with mastering, you know, especially with an album, it's good to take it to somewhere else. So I took it to my good friends Matthew Bandy and Lee Darlow at Earthwork Studio up in High Barnet. But I do mix and master all the Remy stuff, and I mix and master a few of the clients I do because I do session work and all that kind of thing. So I do that as well. So and that was a thing that just grew over the years, because I always got interested with just gear and just trying to just figure out how things work and just trying to get a good sound. Do you know what I mean? You youngsters, you're like sponges. You're like sponges, so you are. But yeah, it's brilliant that. And another thing I'd like to touch on is that I think people that are listening have to really understand how pivotal you are and influential you are at such a young age in our scene, whether that be the soulful house scene or the house scene in London, in England. I mean, like, you are a session player as well, so you're quite instrumental on other producers' music. Like, you do a lot of mix downs and stuff. So I think, you know, is there anything you can't do? Can you juggle? Nah, I don't do juggling. Don't juggling, all right. Your tea ain't that good either, so at least I know I'm better than you at something, making tea. That's it. You think you've beaten me on FIFA a couple of times as well. All right, listen, so we're going to jump into this one. This is taking you down back to the guitar sort of vibe. Let us know what this is. Yeah, so this is Don't Stop, and this is basically just it's pretty much a jam session, man. I remember just waking up in the morning and the idea literally just came to my head. And just laid it down in about probably about an hour and a half or something like that. Nice. Right, back on the other side, my side radio, me Size Says in the house, Ziggy Funk in the house, Roach Rider, Sunshine Music for Sunshine People in the house, Big Gio in the house. Shake your body down, man. Again, this track, this is Remy. We're going to step up. We're going to start talking about some of your Remy stuff now, right? Yeah, definitely. Remy is, tell us. It's Remy is production duo with myself and Neil Pearce. We've been going for 4 years now, I believe. And before we was making music, like kind of just together, but we decided just to come together and do a label and actually make the music that we feel like we liked. Yeah, man, definitely. And you kind of hit the ground running. There's been, I mean, I can't even start trying to talk about this release or that release because you've had so many, but obviously one stands out, well, a few stand out. Diamond, Diamond with the girls, Hanley. Also Warning, which is just a huge record, and I believe it's just going strength to strength. It's going to get another breath of fresh air at life soon. Well, it's done on lots of different comps as well, but it's just recently got with Defected as well, so it's good stuff. Yeah, that's going to be dope. So so look out for that. But you know, we've got Roach in the house as well. How you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, man, but you don't have to call me Roach. You can call me Calico, like, we're friends, you know. Roach is like that tough stuff.
That's the North London stuff, man.
I hear you.
So we were there at was it the Southport weekend? I know you wanted, you were filming there, right? You're in the house tonight filming for Sunshine Music, for Sunshine People.
Yeah, and for yourself, and you know, for the viewers and the public. But I wanted to speak to Ziggy about Southport weekend because obviously the festival's coming up in the following weekend, but you also DJ'd there, but you just said to us about half an hour ago you went there prior to DJing there, you went there as a punter. Went there as a punter. So quickly, what was your experience as a punter at Southport Weekender?
It was really good time from what I remember.
Okay, so that, for me that's a good enough answer.
That was a good time.
Weekend answer.
Yeah, you know.
And so then going from being a punter to going to DJ at, I believe, the last ever Southport Weekender.
Yeah, it was 52, the last ever. Yeah.
How was that?
That was an amazing experience because we was in the Sunderby Dome and we had the girls as well do a live PA.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to think that, you know, the music that we had was affecting that many people and people knowing the lyrics and people wanting you to give them something, do you know what I mean? And it was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it, do you know what I mean? And I always enjoy playing out live and just seeing what the music can do to people is always amazing.
Okay, so off the back of that experience, question,
answer.
part of your body, which part of your body would you class as the most, so I said a word he didn't think existed earlier on, I'll say another one.
Yeah.
Is the most danciest part of your body?
The most danciest?
Yeah.
It's got to be my legs, man. I mean, because I'm always moving and shaking and...
Moving and grooving.
I'll give it to you because on all the footage that I've got of you, your feet, them feet don't stop moving.
Yeah, they keep going. I've always loved dancing though. Yeah. I've always liked, even as a little kid, I remember like the family would get all the little kids together and shove £5 and make them us dance for it. Do you know what I mean? That's African families of idea of having fun with kids when they're bored of talking to each other. Do you know what I mean?
Back to that, like what Roach or Calic is saying so much, my Sri Lankan brother. So,
Prince, it's a Prince thing.
I know it is. So basically, I didn't know if you wanted me to say your real name on there, that's all.
Yeah, it's a Prince thing, you know. Okay. I've done a Prince on them.
I'm going to eat the last one of your sweets as well, and don't ever bring these around me ever again. What the hell are these, man? Chewits Extreme Sour Apples. I never want to see them again.
Look out for the pineapple ones, they're the ones.
But going back to what you're saying about the dancing, Ziggy's, like you say, he just dances, and he said he doesn't stop moving. There's people that are listening to this show now, I don't know if someone's going to respond to this, what I'm saying. If you're listening out there, send us a message. Ziggy's not someone that you would have just bought his music. You probably own his music, you would have bought it. Not only that, you would have heard him DJ, but definitely you would have probably shared a dance with him as well. Wherever you are, he's not that DJ, that artist that's just like, oh, I'm too cool for school up in the VIP drinking Prosecco and Chandon or whatever.
I've got the evidence because I've got him on camera at a few events.
Having dance-offs.
Dancing out,
Southport Weekender, dancing it out behind the decks and in front of the deck. So, you know, but
good times.
You know, so going from being a punter to DJing, we know that the following weekend, Southport Weekender Festival for the first time ever in London. You're on the bill, right?
Yeah, I'm on the bill and I'll be DJing with Neil Pearce and again doing a PA with the girls as well, Hanley. It's going to be an amazing party. I think Southport's got great heritage and they know about their music. So I think if you're not going to make it, you're going to seriously miss out because Deeper to Soul is a party that I've been a part of, pleasure of being a part of with Scott, who started it back about 6 years ago.
You can thank me for that, by the way.
Boom, there you go.
I'll put my hand up.
Yeah, so he done the party about 6 years ago. Neil got involved in doing the party, so they're going to be hosting the tent. We're going to be in it. We've got a whole heap of lineup, and it's not just the standard stuff that people know it from. They're going to take things back from like old Detroit techno. So it's going to be a fantastic party. So if you're going to come and having a good time, and you're going to see me on a dance doing my thing, because I think it's important, you know, and knowing who you are. I'm definitely, like Si says, I'm that person who is going to be behind the decks all the time. I like to dance, so do you know what? I'm going to go off and do my thing. Do you know what I mean?
Just dance, baby.
Of course, of course.
But do you know what is, well, he's going to have the best time because I'm playing a set before him and Neil, so I'm just going to just set the scene.
Boom. He's going to play all the Remy records.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, all the new exclusives you're just giving me, all the Remy, all the Ziggy Funk, the Fanatics. I'll just be like, they're going to be like, what are we going to do, man? No, it's going to be emotional. I feel like, you know, it's something that is, it's, you know, it's important for our music as well as a whole.
Yeah.
For us to be on that festival platform.
Definitely.
Especially like now in London where the club scene's so broken up and it's just, you know, ridiculous really. But anyway, let's not get into that. We've got about another 10 minutes.
Politics.
Yeah. We've got about another 10 minutes. Oh, them chewits are gone, man. Right, so we're going to hear an exclusive now, right? So this is...
Yeah. So this is the new Remy release, which we feature with Anna Marie Whitaker, who I'm also doing her EP as well. So this is Live Your Life. So hopefully we'll be releasing this in the next 2 weeks. Literally just kind of finished off, dusted off. I've spent like I'm about a week and a half just stressing about the mix down. It's like, don't sound right, don't sound right. But right now it's sounding right. So
you're happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah. So tell us about this, how it came about.
Yes, basically Anna Marie came to me around the beginning of the year for our mutual friend Matthew Bandy to actually produce her EP. So I'm actually in the process of doing that. We've got about 2 more records to kind of finish off. Nice. Hopefully I will be playing you one of the tracks of the EP. So yeah, and we kind of just did an arrangement where, you know, she just came in, she liked our stuff, and she, obviously I was working with her, so, and she wanted to jump on this kind of music, so I said it's a win-win situation. So
okay, so this is the stuff you're doing with her is not house then, right? No, it's
soul based, and it's her just expressing how she feels. So, and me just kind of guiding it into, you know, into a mold that, you know, she feels comfortable with. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is ourselves, Remy with Anna Marie. Live your life free.
My soul.
Sai says.
That's right, me, Sai Says, in the house, and my very special guest this week, Mr. Ziggy Funk. So yeah, just remind us the last one, man. That was nice, mate.
Yeah, that is the new one out from ourselves, Remy, featuring Anna Marie and Live Life Free. And what we're going to play next is one of the singles off the new EP that we're working on with her. Well, I'm working on with her. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Nice. So this is you producing this, yeah?
Yeah, so this is me producing the
Easy, Ziggy, again. Yeah, okay, this is a treat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm taking on a lot more projects, that is just trying to extend myself and just do the best music that I can do. So, and this is definitely a challenge, you know, in a sense of, you know, getting in with somebody else and trying to, it's not just you, and it's not, she doesn't know too much about, you know, where I'm coming from. I don't know too much about her, so it's just trying to find a happy medium. And, you know, we've managed to find a great place and good time with the music where, you know, hopefully, you know, she's happy with what I've done with it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, big shout out to her though.
Round of applause, Ziggy. I've got to say, Ziggy, you really, you know, you done brilliantly there, mate.
Cheers, dude. Well, big shouts out to Anna, who obviously done a thing on the record.
And you know, yeah, she sounds dope on it. Amazing.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you know, you're like, oh, you know, we haven't got to know each other yet. You know, we're trying to find this happy medium. Like, you're being so humble, mate. You found it there in that record because it sounds brilliant, and it sounds, you know, it's fresh, man. It's unique as well.
Yeah, I mean, that one came together really quick. I mean, all the records that we kind of worked on so far have come together really quick. Yeah. And it's testament to, like you say, the vibe is just there. When you know it's there and it's rocking, just go with it. And you know, she's a lovely person. You know, I like to say that I've actually made a good friend as well. So
well, no, big up, because I think that's important when you're working, like to be able to get on with people, for the energy to ebb and to flow, and not to just be, you know, not to be awkward, like you're working with some diva that's just like, hey, just play the track,
definitely,
play the track, press record.
Leave your egos at the door, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it's about.
So I want to just chat back a little bit as well, before we go into the ad break, about, obviously we shouted out to Pete and everyone at BBE. Yeah, definitely. But how did they come to you for the album? Like, when did the...
I think, I mean, I'd done the album literally just on my back, and I was just, I said to Pete halfway through the album, I just said, look, I'm working on some stuff, working on potentially an album. Would you be interested once it's kind of, you know, 80%, 90% there? Yeah. And he said, yeah. So, and then it came to about January time, sat him down, played him the whole album, and he was like, yeah, cool, let's do it, let's get it down. Wicked. Yeah. So obviously for me, it was just like, yeah, this is fantastic, that, you know, to get on a label like BB, and them actually supporting my music, because obviously they've been doing stuff for years, and with such great artists, you know, you go back to your Dilla, Foreign Exchange, Jill Scott, Jazzy Jaff, you know, the name just come up and up, you know.
You've got to be one of the youngest artists on BBE.
Probably, man. I feel like I'm a sweet boy everywhere I
go. But again, I feel like that was the only label. I had Kiko Navarro on here a few weeks ago, who had the album, but again, that's a little bit more housey, it's a little bit more what we understand a bit more. I think with yours, the album, what you've done with it had to be someone like BBE to put it out, because
definitely
there's a lot of other labels that would have got that, right?
Yeah, and the great thing is with Pete, you know, he can sit down with him and talk to him about music all day long, and he understands your vibe from jazz to rock to funk and disco. So,
he's the man.
Yeah, definitely, and not just only him.
Shame about the football team he supports. That's all. Anyway, we'll go back in. We'll go back into the ad breaks. We'll be coming back out on more music. Keep it where you got. It's me, Sai Says, in the house, and my very, very special guest, Ziggy Funk. So Ziggs, all right. What's this? Because you're going to play just off the cuff now. We're hearing.
Yeah. This is a remix I done. Well, it's kind of like a rework of Jordan Rakai, who's obviously one of the men at the moment, obviously in the soul funk, jazzy kind of vibe. And I always loved his music, so big shout out to Boz who actually put me onto him. So so I thought I'd do a little something on it, so you guys can have a listen.
My Soul Radio, me Sai says in the house of this week's very special guest, Ziggy Funk. Right, we're going to move into the last one. Once again, Matt White's up after us with the Catch a Groove show. Just remind, that was heavy, by the way, that rework, man.
Cheers.
Just remind everyone what that was, man.
That was Ziggy Funk rework, remix, whatever you want to call it, of Jordan Rakai's bass line.
Yeah, nice work, man. So basically, let us know, what have you got coming up, man? What's the future hold for you?
Yeah, like I say, we got tracks with Remy coming up. We've done stuff with Kelly LaRock. We've done something today actually, which is really wicked, with a girl from High Barnet, Elana her name is, really quite quirky voice. We've done something as well with Leon Darrell. Big shouts out to him. Obviously with myself, Anna Whitaker doing her EP. Also going to be DJing. Got the Deeper to Soul at Southport. We'll also be doing the Southport after party and the festival in London.
And that's for the big man Tony Humphreys.
Big man Tony Humphreys.
Yeah, definitely.
You know. And also we got the big lovely man DJ Spen as well.
That's it. Oh yeah, of course. Spen and Humphreys at the after party. Nice,
definitely. So yeah, we'll be doing an all-day session. So at the festival and also down at the after party at the Prince of Wales Brixton. I'll be up at Southern Soul Festival, and then I'll be down for Fall to the Floor as well. That's going to be in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff, man. So you obviously been here tonight. You've been my special guest. I want to thank you again personally for coming in and for sharing the new music and stuff with us, and for the great conversation. But it's all about the album, your album. It's out on BBE Music. It's called Boxer'S Fracture by Ziggy Funk.
Yes.
And the original Ziggy Funk, by the way.
Really done that.
And so you got, just let us know again, where can we buy the album?
So you can grab it on all digital outlets like iTunes, or Amazon, Beatport, Traxsource, all that kind of thing. You can look it up and you'll find me there. Hopefully there with a happy smiling face.
Are we doing any vinyl of it, or?
We'll see. We know nothing thus far, but it's out there for people to go and listen to.
Is there going to be remix packages, single packages off the back of the album?
Yes, what's going down? There's stuff in the pipeline right now, but nothing I can say right now.
Well, you're in good hands, man, so big up, man. So you're going to leave us with this one. This is one from the album, right?
This is one for the album. This is We Can Get Down. This is probably one of my undercover favourites from the album.
Yeah, same, man. Same. Once again to Ziggy, thanks for joining me, mate.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And best of luck with the future, and we hope to see you back again. Roach in the house, thanks for all your work and for filming and stuff, man.
Thank you.
And we'll see you down at the Southport Weekender Festival, no doubt.
Fingers crossed.
And hold tight all the Sunshine music for Sunshine people, and keep up the Mobile Dome life as well, man.
We try.
Definitely. Right, up after me, Matt White. This is me.